It was back then, and tough, when I met the merchant introduced himself as Rinteros Soreta for the first time. "Easy job," he said. "He's earned money," he said. 2,000 gold imperial crowns," he said. "It's enough for a quite good life for a long time. Just find her. It won't be that hard. I trust your skills." He knew me. He knew about my debts and my troubles. I imagined my family at that moment and the dangers before which I stood. Fool. That island was dangerous. Everybody knew about wild tribes living in these harsh lands. How can he want me to find a diplomat he lost? But he was right. "I agree," I said. "I will take the job." After all, I had no choice, and it seems to me I wasn't alone. I left my family for a good reason, right? I met the rest of the hired companions on the board of Mahtion's ship. After my own long journey to the north, I had to undergo to the Lair, province of Siberian Empire, so far from my home. After 2 weeks of sailing, I was happy when I heard about approaching the coast. But we didn't make it. Our ship was destroyed by surprise, quickly and deadly, crashed to the pieces by a monstrous creature from fucking legends. So many dead. Mercenaries and slaves, crushed, drowned or eaten. Screams filled the air. But we lived. I and some other companions survived. Mouthful of grey sand and cup of huge amount of water. Rintero, of course, survived too. A fat pig had an on board for emergency. Selfish motherfucker. I was happy for my life. I thought at the moment here, it can be a bigger danger that awaits me, but it didn't last. Mahtion Harbor was a strange place with strange people. It smelled like a fish with smoke and piss, but after some weeks on the island, it can be like a beloved home to you. This is an unpleasant place, it's full of liars, plots between them and smugglers like Kyle was before we killed him. Wild tribes and strange demons. But it wasn't so bad how it can look. Among laborers and hunters and interesting people lived in Mahtion too. Mercenaries like Ralkin, brave merchant Siandra and landlady Mela, priests of Dugat, Lysandra, and eternally drunken priest Alharim, or a little bit weird Sinitar fortune teller Timur Alam. After that, it was clear to me there is no easy way how to live here. We asked for missing diplomat Saskara on our travels and searched for information where we heard about another threat that Rinteros concealed. Somebody provoked fights between 5 tribes, and after some time, they figured out there was an unknown enemy on the island. The tribes call this threat as mountain evil. We, Imperials, call these little fuckers goblins. People from Frera village were worried, and I understand why. These creatures are quite scary and aggressive, cruel and cunning. I don't know exactly where they come from. I barely saw one in my life, but we conquered the ancient halls, probably built by some kind of ancient Daikin clan, and killed them all, as well in their lead mask as a goblin shaman, a terrible and powerful creature called Dinasa. I was worried when I glimpsed the face of an old tribard, when that monster sealed the cold, blue orb in his chest nearly before the beast died. What is that thing? Does it hurt, Lampy? In that blood and filth, we found a sad surprise. We thought we found lost diplomat from Empire. After all, that woman in that cave was red-haired and dressed in quite fancy clothes, almost in accordance to description what we get from Rinteros, but then turned out it was her friend, Askadrison, hunter living in these wilds. She was recognized by Lampy. What is this all about? We had to just find that fucking Saskara, it can't be so hard. But I have an interesting group around me, and even if I have no idea what exactly going on, I think we will get some answers soon. We are heading up to Northam now, to the biggest settlement of the Wolf clan.